Yeah, you guys, what's up today? Back today with another Banshee quick tip. Hope y'all are having a good day today. Today's quick tip video is just a little something on O-ring chain care. Not really so much care, just maintenance. I guess it goes hand in hand. If you've got a nice new O-ring chain, you want to take care of it. There's a lot of controversy out there on what to use, what not to use. A lot of people say do not use WD-40. I've done tons and tons of research on it. Plus, I mean, I've been using it since I was 20 years old. I'm 37 now. I've never had a chain wear out prematurely. I've never had O-rings dry out, anything like that. You can go on and search, is WD-40 safe for a chain? And the evidence is really, it's hard to make a decision. There are so many people saying, oh, I run it on my motorcycles, my street bikes, my quads, and I've got so many miles on them, never had any issues. And then some people swear it tears the O-rings up. Well, I found an article the other day that a gentleman took a vat, not a vat, but a little can of WD-40, like a container. He put about an inch of WD-40 in there, and he soaked some O-rings in there for a week. Throughout the time, he kept testing the elasticity, the diameter of the O-ring, the thickness with a mic to see if they would swell or anything like that. Well, over the whole week, nothing changed. The elasticity stayed the same. It didn't swell. There was no change whatsoever to the O-ring. So he concluded for himself that it was safe, which I've always known that. So yeah, I mean, you can use Chain Guard, Maxima Chain Lube, PJ1, whatever. I've got a can here. It's pretty much full, and you can tell it doesn't get open very much because I just hate it. I like my bikes real clean, and this crap gets on and it just slings off everywhere. So I use WD-40. The way that I take care of mine after I wash it is what I'll do is put the bike on a jack like I have it now or whatever, fire it up, put it in gear, I'll let it idle, and I'll blow the chain dry. So I'll do that now. Fuel turned off. Okay, let me disconnect my air gun, my plug gun here. So that's usually what I do. Actually, the fuel's off and it's out of fuel. So from here, we'll just wing it, guys. Okay, let's put it back in neutral here. Okay, so I've blown the chain dry. It's good and dry and everything. Then what I usually do is just take and give it a good coat of WD-40. And now the O-ring chain, when you quote oil your chain, you're not really lubricating the chain because the O-ring chains are built so that the lubricant, the oil, is already inside each individual link. The O-ring seals that in there. So what you're doing is essentially just coating the outside of the chain so that it doesn't rust. That's all you're doing. So what I'll do is usually I'll leave it in gear also, let it run, and I'll take my WD-40, give it a good coat. It'll displace any water left on the chain, and it'll keep it from rusting. After that, you can let it idle for a couple of minutes and let it sling off the excess, or you can just put it up like that. I know a lot of guys are gonna be like, oh, you can't do that, and it's gonna ruin your O-rings. It won't. Of course, I'm not telling you have to use WD-40. You can use whatever you want. That's the beauty of America. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what I do, what works for me, what's worked for me for a long time. Now, if you have an old chain on a bike you bought, and I mean, the O-rings are already in bad shape, well, yeah, that's not a good idea because WD-40 is a petroleum product and it does have a cleaning property to it. So, yes, it's going to soak into the O-rings that are cracked and damaged, and it's essentially going to wash the lubricant out of the chain. In that case, you're better off with a chain guard or chain wax or PJ1, something thicker like that. But really, if your O-rings are in bad shape already, it's time for a new chain. One of my other Banshees that I built, I owned it about 5 years, And the only chains that I run are primary drive and DID. They are either X-ring or O-ring chains. And anyway, that bike that I had, I ran it for the whole 5 years I had it, and I only had to adjust the chain like maybe 3 times the entire time I owned it. I put it on, took it for a ride, adjusted it. A few weeks later, adjusted it again, and I didn't have to adjust it again till near the end of the time that I got rid of it. I always used WD-40 on it, never had any issues, so I just want to give you guys that tip. This chain stuff, different chain lubes are expensive, you know. A lot of guys can't afford that. I understand that. Not everybody's got deep pockets. I don't, that's for sure. WD-40, pretty much everybody has some. It's cheap, like $3 a can where I'm from. Easy to come by. Use it. Works great. Nothing wrong with it. Keeps it from rusting. So that's today's quick tip. I'll be back next week with something else. Hope you guys have a good day today. Happy riding. Stay safe and God bless.